Might be an upgrade for the book. It looks really nice. Hello, coin enthusiasts out there. It is I, Dax Collects, and today we have 4 penny boxes right here. But that's not all. Picked up 2 more penny boxes earlier in the week to make it 6 for the video here. So, we will open 2 of these 6 penny boxes right here. But let's go over what to look out for here. So, pennies to look out for are going to be the Indian head penny, minted between 1859 to 1909. Any wheat pennies minted between 1909 to 1958. Any 2009 pennies to check for copper. Any proofs, and anything for the books, as well as any errors and or varieties that we can possibly find inside of these rolls. And that's pretty much it. And if you haven't seen my last penny box video, the card will display up here, so you can go ahead and watch that one before you watch this one. All right, let's go ahead and roll a die to figure out which of these 6 boxes will be opened up in this video. Here it is. So since this die doesn't have a 1, this crown here will act as a 1 for the die. So we will range this from crown to 6. Crown, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So let's do 2 rolls and find out which is penny box number 63 and which one is penny box number 64. Six. So that means this box here will be number 63. And which one will be 64? 2. So this one is number 64. We will open these 2 boxes up in this video. The rest of these 4 we will open up in the future. So let's get started with this 2-box penny hunt. And here it is. Let's go ahead and open this box and see what's inside. Maybe some wheat penny enders. Let's see. Don't see any wheat penny enders. See quite a few copper enders, which is great. I'll be right back once I've checked the bottom side of this box. Did not see anything on the bottom side either. So let's go ahead and get started with this box. You can skip ahead about 30 seconds from here if you just want to go straight to the hunt. But what I'm going to do is I'll open these rolls on my own, and whenever I find anything inside one of these rolls, I'll start recording and I will show you guys what roll I'm currently on and what the find is. Then once the box is complete, I'll provide you guys with a full box recap. Then we'll start the next box for the video and do the same there. Then I'll provide you guys with a 2-box recap. Then we'll plug in any additions and upgrades we find in these 2 boxes. I am currently missing 2 Lincoln pennies for the number 2 collection book. Those are the 1943 Denver and the 1943 San Francisco. Both of them are steel pennies. Our goal is to find one of them for the book. So now, let's get started with this penny box. So with that being said, let's get right into it. Our first find of the box is inside of roll number 3. Here it is. We have a Canadian penny here from the year 1998. And it has the diadem obverse design, which spanned between the years 1990 to 2003. 6 rolls later, inside of roll number 9, here's wheat penny number 1. We have a 1944 Lincoln penny right here, minted in San Francisco. A fairly uncommon wheat penny. Don't find these very often. 10 rolls later, inside of roll number 19, wheat penny number 2. Not in terrible condition either. 1957, minted in Denver. 5 rolls later, inside of roll number 24, wheat penny number 3. 1944, minted in Philadelphia. These have the highest mintage of all the wheat pennies minted in circulation. This has a mintage of 1.4 billion. 7 rolls later, inside of roll number 31, here's wheat penny number 4. We have a 1945, minted in Philadelphia. A pretty common wheat penny. Nothing too crazy about this one. Next roll, roll number 32. We have 1 Canadian penny and 1 wheat penny inside of this roll. Let's start with the Canadian penny. This is number 2 of the box. This is from the year 1978 with the tiara obverse design. This spanned between the years 1965 to 1989. And here's the wheat penny. This is number 5. This is the second 1957, minted in Denver. All right, it is now the next day, Saturday, April 27th, 2024. Let's finish this box up today. 4 rolls later, inside of roll number 36, here's wheat penny number 6 of the box. This is the second 1945, minted in Philadelphia. 6 rolls later, inside of roll number 42, here's wheat penny number 7. 1955, minted in Denver. Can we finish the box with 10 wheat pennies? Let's find out. 3 rolls later, inside of roll number 45, number 8. We're getting closer to number 10. 1944, minted in Denver. One variety to check is the D over S. Have a microscope handy and check to see if you have that specific variety. All right, 5 rolls. Let's see if we can find 2 more wheat pennies in this box. Next roll, roll number 46. Here is number 9 of the box. 1958, minted in Denver. The very last year that the wheat penny was minted in the United States. There is a 1959 mule penny that exists. 1 more wheat penny. Can we find one? Let's find out. Unfortunately, we did not surpass 10 wheat pennies for the box. Just finished penny box number 63. Let's go ahead and do a full box recap right now. Let's go over the finds. We have 5 wheat pennies here from the 1940s, 4 wheat pennies here from the 1950s, 2 Canadian pennies, and a total of 9 2009 pennies right here. So even though we didn't find anything too crazy in this box, did find a few wheat pennies to check for the books. We'll see if these will upgrade later. We will check these Canadian pennies later as well. Pretty standard box overall, which is okay. We still have another box to go. So let's go ahead and bring it out right now. Here is penny box number 64. Let's check these enders out. What do we got? More copper pennies that I see, which is great. I'll be right back once I finish checking the bottom side of this box. All right, there is one ender in this box that stands out from the rest. It's this one right here, inside of roll number 8. we have a Wheat Penny Ender right here. There's also one here, but nothing too special. It's just a 2009 formative years penny right here. All right. That's a good sign. Let's go through this box now and see what we can find inside of these rolls right here. So with that being said, let's get right into it. Our first find of this box is inside of roll number 7. Here is Wheat Penny number 1. Let's check it out. 1952, minted in Denver. All right, we've made it to roll number 8. Let's see if there are any more Wheat Pennies inside of this roll right here. We just have the ender. Here it is. 1942, minted in San Francisco. Not bad at all. 4 rolls later, inside of roll number 12, here's Wheat Penny number 3. 1953, minted in Denver. 3 rolls later, inside of roll number 15, here's Canadian Penny number 1. This one has the tiara obverse design. It is a 12-sided edge as well. So this would be between the years 1982 to 1989. This one is from the year 1989. I am still on roll number 15. We have another Canadian penny inside of this roll. Again with the tiara obverse design and a 12-sided edge. This one is from the year 1984. Very nice. Next roll, roll number 16. Another Canadian penny. 3 in the last 2 rolls. We have another 1984 Canadian penny. 2 rolls later, inside of roll number 18, here is Wheat Penny number 4. 1942, minted in Philadelphia. A pretty common Wheat Penny. 3 rolls later, inside of roll number 21, we have 2 Wheat Pennies inside of this roll. Here's number 5 of the box. 1945, minted in Philadelphia. And here's number 6. 1937, minted in Philadelphia. Very nice. Might be an upgrade for the book. It looks really nice. Next roll, roll number 22. We have another Canadian penny right here. Here is number 4 of the box. 2004. I already have the 2004 Canadian penny, but not a 2004 P Canadian penny. Let's see if it has a P below the bust. It doesn't. It would show right down there. Definitely a potential upgrade though for the book. It looks really nice. 2 rolls later, inside of roll number 24, we have another Wheat Penny. This is number 7 of the box. 1944, minted in San Francisco. Next roll, roll number 25, wheat penny number 8. 1957, minted in Denver. 5 rolls later, inside of roll number 30, here's Canadian penny number 5. Another 12-sided edge, Canadian penny. And another 1989. Just went through 8 more rolls of this box. We have another find. Inside of roll number 38, another Canadian penny. This is number 6 of the box. And this one here is from the year 2000. Very nice. 2 rolls later, inside of roll number 40, here's Canadian penny number 7. 1982. 12-sided edge and tiara obverse design. Just about done with this box. Inside of roll number 45, we have another wheat penny. This is number 9. This is the second 1952, minted in Denver. Can we finish this box off with 10 wheat pennies? 5 rolls later, inside of the very last roll, one more Canadian penny. This is number 8. This one is from the year 1979. Now this coin's interesting. This coin has a variety known as die deterioration, where the date will show parts of the number just deteriorating. So some examples have a 9, some examples have 79, some examples have 979, and some examples have 1979 with die deterioration. There are many different examples. All right, let's go ahead and get started with the full box recap. We did not find 10 wheat pennies in this box either. Just finished penny box number 64. Let's go ahead and do a full box recap right now. Let's go over these finds. We found 1 wheat penny here from the year 1937, minted in Philadelphia. Found a total of 4 Lincoln pennies here from the 1940s, 4 Lincoln pennies here from the 1950s, 8 Canadian pennies, and 12 2009 pennies right here. This box turned out to be pretty solid. Even though we didn't find 10 wheat pennies in this box, we did find some nice examples of Canadian pennies to check for upgrades, which I have a good feeling will plug in some upgrades for the books. So now, let's go ahead and bring down all of the finds of the 2 boxes and do a 2-box recap. Here are all the finds of the 2 boxes. Found a 1937 here, a few 40s, nothing too crazy as far as dates go, and a few 50s as well. Found 10 Canadian pennies, which is always good, and a total of 21 2009 pennies. A lot of formative years pennies to check for the double thumb. And that's it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this 2-box penny hunt, even though we didn't find a lot of wheat pennies this time around. If you really enjoy coin roll hunting content, consider liking and subscribing to my channel. I post 2 videos a week for coin roll hunting, and I plan on posting more videos for cards very soon. So stay tuned for that. All right, before we get started with the collection books, let's go ahead and weigh these 2009 pennies and check if any one of them was composed of copper. So I will be right back once that's done. All 21 2009 pennies were composed of zinc. So that is done. I ended up putting all of the formative years pennies up here to check for the double thumb. So now we have a total of 18 wheat pennies here and 10 Canadian pennies here to check for the collection books. So let's get started with the Lincoln pennies first. And here it is. Lincoln Pennies collection book number 2, between the years 1941 to 1974. And so far, I'm missing 2 steel weight pennies for the book. Did not find any steel weight pennies in this 2-box penny hunt. So let's check for those upgrades. I will be right back once I have finished checking all of the wheat pennies for upgrades, and I will let you know if there are any for this book. Well, finished checking all of the wheat pennies for this book, and unfortunately, there will be no upgrades. That's all right. It's going to be a lot tougher to find any upgrades for this book, but we'll keep on hunting for those upgrades and these steel wheat pennies in the future. Now let's go ahead and close this book. Next one is this one right here. Lincoln Pennies collection book number 1, between the years 1909 to 1940. Here's what this book looks like as of right now. Right now, we have a total of 38 wheat pennies inside of this collection book. We only have one to check. It's this 1937 Philadelphia. Let's see if it'll upgrade. It's pretty close, but I'm going to say that we will have an upgrade. So let's go ahead and plug this 1937 penny in right now. And there we go. So now, after going through penny boxes number 63 and number 64, this is what the Lincoln Pennies collection book number 1 looks like right now. I'll take an upgrade for this book. Still have 51 wheat pennies to find for this collection book. We will continue the grind to find these in the future. Now let's go ahead and close this book. Now it is time for the Canadian pennies. Here is the Canada Small Cents collection book number 2, between the years 1989 to 2012. All right, here is what this book looks like as of right now. We have one full page here of Canadian pennies. Still have plenty to find here. Didn't find any additions for this collection book. So let's check for those upgrades. I will be right back once I have finished checking the Canadian pennies for upgrades. We only had 4 Canadian pennies to check for this book: 1989, 1998, 2000, and 2004. We do have an upgrade right here. Don't see as much fingerprint marks on the coin we found in this hunt as opposed to the one on the left. Let's go ahead and plug this in right now. And there we go. So now, after going through the 2 penny boxes in this video, this is what the book looks like right now. Very happy with the upgrade. We will try our best to find these Canadian pennies in the future. Now let's go ahead and close this book. And one last book to check. Canada Small Cents collection book number 1, between the years 1920 to 1988. These date all the way back to when King George V was in the obverse. We found only one KG5 on YouTube way back when I started. penny box number 5, I believe, is where I found this KG5 Canadian penny. They are very difficult to find, almost impossible. We do have a few KG6 Canadian pennies and a lot of laureate portraits and a whole bunch of tiara obverse Canadian pennies. So let's go ahead and check these Canadian pennies here for upgrades. I will be right back once that's done. Unfortunately, there are no upgrades for this collection book. And that's okay. Still have plenty of these Canadian pennies to find out there in circulation. Now let's go ahead and close this book. All right. Let's put these Canadian pennies away. Put them in this Ziploc bag here, along with all of my foreign finds found through cornrow hunting or that I've just found in the wild. There we go. Now it is time to check all these wheat pennies here, including these formative years pennies here, for varieties. www.varietyvista.com is the website that I go to whenever I'm looking for varieties. If you ever want to know what a variety looks like for each of the wheat pennies, check that website out. They provide illustrations for all of the known varieties for each of the wheat penny years and even Lincoln Memorial pennies and Shield pennies. And they'll label them like DDO001, DDO002. But when I go through and look for these varieties, I check for the FS or 5S Stanton varieties. And they will be labeled as, for example, FS101, FS501, and FS901. And there's plenty more. So if I find anything here, I will let you guys know. And if not, then I'll conclude the video right here. All right, let's cap things off here with this 1937 Lincoln penny we found in circulation. Let me know down in the comments what you have found in your latest penny box hunts. Let me know if you found anything crazy. And let me know what you have in your possession. Those include wheat pennies just like this, Indian head pennies, steel pennies, flying eagle potentially, and any graded coins you have as well. I would love to hear what you guys have in your collection. And now it is time to sign off. So thank you guys for tuning in. This has been Dax Collects, and I'll catch you guys on the flip. Good luck hunting, everyone, and have a good one. Thank you so much for watching my video. If you want to check out another video of mine, click on the tab in the bottom left corner.